The response to this project was on a different level from it being a great album. It was a whole other kind of respect and admiration. He was nominated for 11 Grammys that year, the second most of any artist in one year ever. And so not only was it commercially successful with its #1 debut on the charts, but it was intellectually and musically significant as well. There are many hit albums, but there are way fewer that get their own page in the history of music. But Butterfly became such an object of fascination for people that there are college classes and books about this project alone. Being ranked as the greatest album of all time on rateyourmusic.com and receiving the Best Album Ever Made award from dozens if not hundreds of magazines and outlets, it's safe to say that Kendrick's insane, swirling, psychedelic, dreamlike odyssey to Pimp a Butterfly solidified his place as one of the greatest musical artists alive. But even more impactful than the jazz was again the story. And a big part of that was that during the making of To Pimp a Butterfly, behind closed doors, Kendrick Lamar was hurting. While he may have left Compton to tour around the world and accept awards on any stage you could think of, his parents, his siblings, his friends, and even his fiancée were still out there in Southern California, navigating the same ups and downs they always had been. And at a certain point, that started to hurt Kendrick. Without him there, life had continued, but unfortunately, so did death. After Good Kid, Mad City had come out and Kendrick was writing and working on early versions of To Pimp a Butterfly on the road, he lost 3 of his close friends back in Compton in just one summer. He later spoke of them saying this: "At about 9 p.m. on Friday, July 12, 2013, a white sedan with 2 African-American men inside drove by and shot at Chad. He didn't die that night or the next night. He died 31 days later. Chad was not in a gang and did not have a criminal record, which unfortunately leads to the assumption that he was murdered in the wrong place at the wrong time." Kendrick stated, "It all happened when I was overseas. I talked to him over Skype on the hospital bed before he passed." Kendrick states, "When Chad was killed, I can't disregard the emotion of me relapsing and feeling the same anger I felt when I was 16 or 17, when I wanted the next family to hurt, because you made my family hurt. Those emotions were still running in me, thinking about him being slain like that. Whether I'm a rap star or not, if I still feel like that, then I'm a part of the problem rather than the solution." The frustration and the agony of losing people when he was far from home threw Kendrick into a negative, self-destructive mindset because he was going through survivor's guilt. Completely powerless to help the people he cared about, the crushing weight of watching his friend die through a phone screen while he rapped and danced on stages thousands of miles away was almost too much